Because if they find him based on what we're talking about, internal tracking, historical cell phone analysis, pings, if he goes somewhere else different than what he has told the police, Dwane Cates, he is in a heap of trouble. That's what's happening right now, everybody, as we prepare for a courtroom showdown in less than 17 hours. Police are analyzing this data to present it tomorrow at a probable cause hearing. What about it, Dwane Cates? If we find out that he veered off and went sightseeing, then he's in trouble.
Well, and you know what? If we find out that he didn't, is he not in trouble then, Nancy? I mean, you know, they have this charge first, ask questions later mentality. I mean, out here in Arizona, I mean, unfortunately, kids die in the car all the time, and very rarely are murder charges brought. And, you know, and in this case, they brought the charges, and now they're asking all the pertinent questions. They could have done a thorough investigation before charging this man with murder of his son.
How do you know they didn't? Put him up. You know, I have just about had it with defense attorneys
through all the stuff that they did.
The district attorney, Vic Reynolds, for bringing these charges, because you know what? If he hadn't brought the or neglect, what do you make of it? Based on what?
Well, I guess they're going to have to base it on the fact that he used a pipe to discipline his son. And again, you're going to get into that age-old argument of is it abuse or is it discipline? And there's a fine line between that.
Wait. Did you say is it abuse or discipline? Did you just actually say that?
I did
say that. So you think it might maybe be okay to beat your child with PVC pipe? You think that's discipline? Didn't I meet your son?
Well, I don't know if it is or not. That's up for a court of law to decide.
Because I bet you never beat your son with a PVC pipe.
I didn't.
Well, that's good to know.
Unless she planned it in a fantasy world in her head.
And one last thing, let me remind the lawyers, Dwane Cates and Peter Odom, the state may want to take this to a jury trial on incompetency, which I have done in the past. When the defendant claims incompetency, I'm like, fine, we'll let a jury decide that. What about that, Dwane Cates?
Well, you know, a jury trial on incompetency generally on whether or not that she knew right from wrong when she committed the crime.
That's insanity.
Most of the time,
That's
it's
not
a
competency.
Well, most of the time a judge decides competency, and I guess in that jurisdiction, if they can do that, then the state may want to take it to that. Now, the state, from what I understand, is having another evaluation done, a second opinion, if you will, or a third opinion. And, you know, but again, I can't believe that both girls aren't claiming incompetency.
Well, I think all this is maneuvering to get back in juvenile court so they can get a one-year sentence and walk free. That's what